What's up, folks? My name is Finn16 and welcome to Pools. So I'm back. I know I've got everything else going on in the background of Resident Evil, Ken, TR49 and everything else. Okay, I had to click a button. But I wanted to play something that I wasn't really, concentrating on. It's subliminal horror game, this, I think. What's the thing for this one again? Hang on. Pools. It's one I downloaded when I was away. Tease. Caught on the start page. The walking simulator. Admire and listen to uncanny, relaxing, nerve, and eerie, immersive, and no monsters chasing you or jumping out your screen, but it can feel oppressive at times. It apparently is classed as psychological horror. However, it is inspired by the Backrooms. So, I wanted to play something where I could talk. Because I haven't seen you guys in about 3 weeks. Since I went on holiday to Qatar. Ooh, I like the move. Ooh, that's beautiful. Ooh, lovely. So, yes, I got stuck in Qatar. As you saw via the update videos. Don't run, you'll slip. I'm just gonna... don't go down. I just want to see it. It's beautiful. Now we'll go down. Says, I want to... was visiting family in Qatar. My sister-in-law and extended brother-in-law are over there. He works in... he is head of global security for ExxonMobil. So we were in the best place we could possibly be. Okay. Again, I haven't got a fucking clue what I'm going to be doing on this one, but it seemed like the easiest one to do. So, apart from having a great week, we saw tennis final, which is an experience. I don't mind the tennis. Seeing the shit is that? Is that a map for this area? I'll wing it. So, yeah. Saw the tennis, which is great. And then even a sand dune. Did sand buggies and we drove around that. Me and Lay did a bit of sand duning. Slide. So we got it out in the sand dunes and went the buggies, and it was quite fun to do. I mean, we drove around. The in-laws weren't too keen about going down a particular bank or two. They say it was quite steep. It wasn't. It wasn't steep. We drove very calmly for them, but they still didn't want to go down it. So, which is fine. You know, if they don't want to do it, that was fine. But we were given the opportunity, me and Leah, to go out on a 2-man buggy and do the dunes with a bit more speed, a bit more craziness, caution to the wind. It was good. It was good fun, to be fair. Later managed to drift us a few times and potentially nearly flipped us, but it's half the fun, right? If you can't... What the fucking hell? Oh, thank you. Heard the ominous bellowing. The fuck? Anyhow, slight detour. Where was I? So yeah, we got a lot done. Don't go wrong, Qatar is a lovely place to go to. If Mr. Trump hadn't decided to kick off about it. So I got to see my office in Qatar, which is obviously fun. The one thing we knew about it, but one thing I would recommend is, if you go during Ramadan, which is when we went, it's quieter during the day. Let's check what's on the other side. It's quieter during the day, busier on the night, because obviously people can't eat during the day, so you kind of stuck to a certain extent in terms of if you're wanting to eat, you have to find a particular restaurant to go into to obviously eat. Otherwise, you are kind of stuck. I mean, if you're still in a hotel room, then that's fine. You can still eat. It just comes down to respect. You do not eat in front of people who are fasting, which is reasonable, to be fair. I mean, these people are fasting from sunrise to sunset, and then the bell gongs, and then they can eat it. I think it was 5:30, so it was fine. And you kind of get used to it in a way. I mean, am I back at the start? I am. Bollocks. Gives me more time to walk. So where was I? Because today is a waffle, and I need a waffle. I need to get this off. I need to have a chat with you. It's a while since I've done it, so I want to explain. I want to go down and stuff. That was it. So I was chatting to the guy that was doing the June buggies, and the idea was you went and you did. It got picked up, and then you got taken to the June buggy thing. You did that. We did the secondary thing. Then you could do camel riding, which is good fun. Although we walked next to it. Some of the family got camels. We just walked. And then we got in a Land Rover, and then these guys drove us across the desert and went down dunes on this kind of at an angle and sliding down. It was really fun to do. This was sandboarding. Again, go try it if you ever get a chance to. It's great fun. So I'm just gonna. Is that the exit I'm looking for? Which is great and all, if I figure out where the entry point was. I don't know. See, that went that way. Don't want to. What the fuck was that? We're going to go that way. Been that way. Takes you back to the start. I want to find a way down that slide. Again, I haven't got a clue what I might be doing. Never played the back rooms either. Wasn't one that kind of reached out and touched me to want to play it. I didn't. It's never been one I wanted to play. The guitar, great. We got a lot of stuff done. We enjoyed ourselves, and then which way did I come this time? I think I came this way last time, didn't I? I'll know in a sec. Yeah. Because that's the one with the tunnel in it. Yeah. So, so everything was going swimmingly. And I had the videos that you guys saw planned for the Monday and the Wednesday. which was... No, hey. There was a ladder there, dickhead. You just took that ladder. Asshole. Can you hear an ominous music in the background? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? So yes, I did have stuff planned for the Monday, Wednesday, which you guys saw. And then the plan was I would be back because I thought if I take the week off... I'm getting paranoid. Just take the full week off, and then what I'll do is I'll set it so I've got stuff for the Monday, and I've got stuff for the Wednesday, and then when I get back on the Friday, or get back that week, I get stuff done for the Friday, and then we're all okay. So I only had a week off. And then Mr. Trump came along and bombed Iran with Israel. So that kind of put a kibosh on the entirety of it. Because, what the fuck? This way. Ooh, dog. So we were planning on coming back on Friday. I think it was due to be the Friday. Hey, Mr. Duck. And Laura decided she wanted to stop another day, which is understandable, you know. Might as well spend the day and come back an extra day. But when we did that, that's when Mr. Trump decided to bomb Iran on the Saturday morning, which then stranded us in Qatar for an extra 10 days. So that meant, and because I couldn't really go into much detail because of where I was and everything that was going on, it meant kind of staying in place. Can you hear them outside? I hope you can, because they've been noisy as fuck. My nephew and my niece, nephew and technically extended niece and my daughter, they're all round, been noisy as fuck. So, slide. Question is, do you go? I mean, it comes out there, right? It's not gonna screw me over, and I get it. Got that size. Let's go down the slide. Wee. Zoom. Wee. Sploosh. The fuck was that noise? Anywho. So what it meant was you had to be safe and secure, which meant you had to sit in the house. And that was like COVID all over again. You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't... Oh, I don't like that. It says you couldn't go to the shop, couldn't go outside, you literally had to sit and duck and cover because there's debris coming down. So when you look at the drones that were coming over and the missiles that were coming from Iran, and they were hitting Saudi, Dubai, Qatar, Israel, Lebanon, they're hitting anywhere, and I think they did hit Cyprus and Turkey. to a certain extent. I mean, they said it hit Turkey, but Turkey was a... But... So it did hit those areas, but hello. You there, Mr. Duck? So she did bomb them, but only on the peripheral. You couldn't really get anywhere with. I mean, I got a lot of information away from the UK government because, no offense to them, but they were useless. My extended brother-in-law had more information. So we kind of were hitting those areas, but not anywhere near any of the space. So what happens is they kind of lock down the entirety of the airspace, which means the planes can't come out. Now, when you're going from Qatar, the main airline coming out of Qatar is Qatar Airways. And, you know, they have a very exclusive contract and they are very well known. So if they turn around and say they're not flying out because they don't want to ruin their reputation, and it's... Yep. Lovely. Yeah, if they're saying they're not flying out, then no one else flies out. That's how it works. It is a... Oh, I found my way out. So, it's that thing of saying they're that exclusive, they don't ruin their reputation. If they don't want to fly, no one else flies, right? So you kind of... Where the fuck am I? So because of that, they shut the airspace down the areas, and then there's only certain flights that can get out. So they're like a huge diving board. Unfortunately, can't dive off it. Damn it. So, yeah, so you're kind of stuck in place because the missiles are going overhead. The missiles get intercepted. Now what happens is the debris from the missiles are what you're ducking covering from. So it's not the missile itself, because the missile gets a GPS target, which it goes to that particular target. And that is... Holy shit. Yeah. Oh my god. You can play this in VR, you know. I thought I wouldn't for this particular episode, because why would you? Oh my god. Do I have to jump off this? When in Rome. Yep. Chapter 1. Does it progress, or am I... Oh no, I'm standing up. Somehow survived that fall. Good to know. Hello? Shit. Hello? Nope. Okay. So, where were we? Story of Qatar. Somebody remind me, where was I? Look, all I've had to talk to my family for the entire week has gone crazy. Batshit crazy. It's not fun, you know. Do we think we're going down there this time? Who knows? Alright. So you're kind of locked in place. You can't go anywhere. Can't go to the shops. You've got... And the issue was, right? I'm sure she'd probably kill me for saying it. But I can probably say my wife's got PTS. Post-traumatic stress, because she did cry when she came back. It's not a fun thing. So what happens is, I mean, there's been a few people that certainly late knows that thinks the whole thing is fake. I can guarantee it is not fucking fake. Certainly when you're getting woken up at 11, half 11, 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, bombs going off above your head, being intercepted, which then shakes the fucking house to a point where it wakes everybody up. And Laura and I was still on the top floor. They ran down to the bottom. My brother-in-law ran upstairs to his computer to log on to find out what the crack was. And it's not fun. The first night everyone slept downstairs apart from me. And my in-laws, they slept in one room. We didn't sleep in the same room. They slept in a different room. I slept in mine. My daughter slept downstairs. My wife slept with me, but then I should want Laura, so Laura went down and I was left upstairs, which is fine. Didn't wake me up. Apart from the initial bit. But you get it going off every single night. And every day. Throughout the day. And there's no right or wrong reasons to when it goes. So I went to work today. I was trying to explain to everyone what it's like. And you've got a video going. So what I try to do is when one explosion goes off, what you try and do is you quickly try and get your phone up and you start recording. I don't know if I want to go in there. But I shall do for the course of exploration. Oh, I'm still going. No ominous sounds this time. Just say when they're going off all the time, it does. There are points where you hear a bang, or certainly some people in the family heard a bang. At certain times, the post-traumatic stress kicks in, where you're expecting to be another bomb, and it's not. It's just someone closing a door, or the kids have dropped something upstairs, and it's something as simple as that sets it off. And it's not fun. Certainly not for them. I kind of kept it very jovial when I was over there. I say jovial. I've got I got myself a Retroid Pocket. So on my Retroid Pocket, there we are. I can play because I have all the original consoles, so I own them before I even say anything about this, because the next bit's technically, depending on what you do, it's either legal or illegal. So there's a couple of different ways I can go. So the Retroid Pocket allows you to play some retro games on it. So you can play the SNES, you can play like a PSP, PS2, PS1, N64, GameCube, Game Gear, whatever you decide you want to play. I do own the consoles I have bought. And I've had the games that I got somewhere, they're in the loft. I just can't be asked to find them out. So I had that, so I've in one place I could play any of the systems I want to play, which I do have. You can illegally, I will not say where from or what you need to do, but you can illegally get games and consoles for anything out there. I do not condone that. I will not say where you get them from. If you wanted to do that, you can do it yourself. However, Retro Pocket, I'm not sponsored by them in any way, so don't even ask. However, Retro Pocket as a gaming handheld is fantastic. The battery is great on it. It lasted fucking forever. If I put my Switch on, because you can play a Switch as well. Got to do a bit extra. Got to do a bit extra on it to get it working. However, you can get it to work. And if I took my Switch on holiday with me, it would have lasted, I don't know, say a couple of hours if I was running it. I played that thing like day in, fucking day out. There really is nothing else to do when you're sat in your ass in the house when you can't go anywhere. It sounds great. You know, it's fucking ducks. You don't go, it sounds great when you're... Are they moving? Oh shit. I mean, ducks seem to be the way, right? You find the ducks are kind of on the way out. I think. Holy fuck, I thought that was someone in there. And I am digressing when I'm saying this shit. But yeah, no, the Retro Prime, if I took my Switch with me, it would have lasted 4 hours. I might have finished Metroid Prime 4, to be honest. Hour, it's beautiful. Look at that. Nice shiny marble. Don't even fucking dare start moving. Not to be happy. But yeah, that Retro Pocket I was playing. I haven't been here before. I was playing all day. Dark Cloud, I started jumping on to. Jump back on a Twilight Princess. That was good because, you know, my tattoo on my leg is Twilight Princess. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Technically, I had it on the Wii, which, to be honest, because of the way the control system is, Link in Legend of Zelda is left-handed. But on the Wii, he was right-handed. Because of the way the nunchuck and the Wiimote worked. Hello? The fuck? What? Don't start fucking with me now. What's this one? Music changed. that floors that water. That oh, holy crap! That just looks wrong. So yes, I was playing the retro pocket for a while. I even downloaded. There are a couple of ROM hacks for Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, which are kind of they add them as standalone games. There's one where it's a mix between. I say mix. It's kind of the adjoining game between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, which is fun to play. Shit, I just need to drop off there. Which is called Missing Link. I think it is kind of the missing link between the two games. And then there's two which are kind of reworkings of the original Ocarina of Time. So one is called Sea Palace, which takes the form of... What did I make it out of this one too? Which is different. I don't know. I don't know. No. Don't know. Finding new areas, that's something. So Sea Palace is like a different... What the fuck is that? What the hell was that? I saw that. Is it just the one way out? Ducks again. Ducks always seem like a good choice. What's that? Just circular symbol. Who knows what that means? So yeah. So when you are where am I at? What am I talking about now? Getting distracted. So yeah, so Sea Palace is I'm getting distracted now. But Sea Palace is a different take on Ocarina of Time, where it is just slightly different, and it's I can't remember if it's meant to be after, or it's a different take on how Ganon is imprisoned, and it's a new character. The other one called Sands of Time is a direct sequel, or what feels like a direct sequel, over Majora's Mask, where it is set after Ganon has died, like 100 years in the future, and you take on a new character. Excuse me. All new levels, all new everything. It looks fantastic. That's the only one I haven't played yet. New music. However, getting back to guitar, it's when you sat there just doing nothing during the day, it does help to have something like that, but I don't like to be forced to be gaming. It sounds daft. If I had the choice, I would game every day. Without a doubt, I would do. Being forced into it is something entirely different, and it's odd. It's an odd concept when you do it and you love doing it. And don't get me wrong, I don't do this for a job, because one, I don't have the subscribers for it. But on the flip side, I also love my job. So even if I were to do this as a job, it would be a secondary job, right? That's how I always take. Can I drip down? Oh, which way do you fucking go now? Just follow the tube. So yeah, because I don't do this for a job, I get on when I can, and I do when I enjoy doing it, right? So when I say forced into doing it, when there's nothing else to do, you sit there doing it. there is enjoyment in it, but not as much of enjoyment. It does sound contradictory to say that, because I do enjoy it, and you know I do, and I bought another like 4 or 5 games when I was over there. What, do I get to go down here? All right, that's all I'm doing. So I bought, like, what did I buy? I bought Broken Lord Don't Watch, I bought Last Shift, this Pools, Silent Odyssey, Burial, and I tried Drain Sim Demo, whatever the fuck that is. Lovely. All that for that. Brilliant. So yes, I do enjoy playing them. I do enjoy playing everything I play. I just don't like to be forced into it to a certain extent. I mean, I was playing Dark Cloud, and I love Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud was something brand new when it came out for the PS2. I don't know if you ever played. It was like a Japanese RPG, but it was kind of an action bit as well, where you had to... The world had been split into... Is it Atametilla? Orbs, so each level of a dungeon had, say, 6 or 7 of these things. You had to get them. They're all part to a house. So a house had like 6 or 7 parts to it, and you had to put each individual part into it to rebuild that house. And the whole point at the end of it was to make the village work 100%. Was you found out where people wanted to be and what they wanted to be near and how they wanted to be laid out, and then you got shit for it. It's a fantastic concept. Yeah, I fucking loved it. And I've been playing that, and I was trying to get everyone to getting their best weapons, you know, going for their god tier ones. Down or across? Don't want to go down the dark corridor. But I was playing that. I played that for so long. But again, I can only play it for so long without getting bored doing the same bits. Then you end up playing other bits, and it's good fun. Why do I want to see the blue one? What I don't want to happen is end up in this. The blue one went under, right? This seems ending wise. Don't know. Hey, it's chapter 2. So I've slept. It's quite relaxing, this, to be fair. So yeah, so we spend a lot of time just being around each other, which is great and all. The last one you could have it. You know, we the silly thing is, before we went, my sister-in-law and her husband bought, and this isn't bragging by any means, but they bought like £900 worth of beer and wine and cider to last through Ramadan, because once Ramadan started, they couldn't buy any alcohol in the shops. By the time me and Leighton finished, at the end of this period, where they had a little bit of backup as well, that was all gone. I could show you the pictures behind it, which showed you a full 1.2 meter high fridge stacked bottom to top of beer, of cider, and wine. When we left, there was nothing left. Nothing. We drank the fucking lot. And that wasn't out of boredom. You just have a couple of drinks every now and then, and before you know it, it's all gone. All gone. All gone. I mean, for those who know me well, I mean, I used to vape. I'll go down that route. I don't mind telling you everything. I was vaping for quite a while. I did smoke for a long time, and I stopped. Ooh, a sauna. Oh, we get to sit down in the sauna. Lovely. So I went over there with the intent of stopping vaping, which I did do, to be honest, because I didn't take anything with me. So regardless, I have stopped, which is the plan, which is great. The flip side of that was my brother-in-law did have. It's easy to call him my brother-in-law rather than extended because he technically is my brother-in-law. It's fine. Toilet. Go this way. So I was joining him for cigars every night. Like little mini ones, don't get me wrong, they were only like high. But they were tiny ones and they went down so well, but I probably smoked them out of a few of them, to be fair. But it was more of a, and I want to say I only had one a day. And it was mainly on a night as a kind of, he used to do it to chill out after a full day's work. He used to have like he used to have a whiskey and a bit of a chill. And for me, it was my thinking time. If I want to be brutal, it was the time, and I'll be quite open when I say it. There was a time I was over there where, because I was taking it quite laid back, because it's the way I am. I am very laid back when it comes to it. What? That's someone in the vent. Potentially. Just because he was doing it to relax. I did it, and it was kind of my contemplation time, is the best way to say it. So what I said to, I don't talk about my feelings very often. I never have done. I find it quite difficult to do it, to make it known, bit of stutter. To kind of express how I am feeling without feeling awkward when I'm saying it. Always have done. It amuses my wife to no end that I can't do it. I just find it odd. I find it difficult. It's not a trait that I guess I'm happy with. But conversely, I know I should be open about how I'm feeling. So there was a point quite later on where I'd been out for a cigar, and it came to my realization that I probably hadn't been as supportive as I probably should have been to my family. And that wasn't a bit of that I wasn't being supportive. It was that the feeling that there's nothing I could really do. And I understand that. There wasn't anything I could do. But it's that whole thing of, how do you then protect your own family when shit's going on behind you, when you can't really do anything for them? And being quite laid back kind of made me think that, in reality, what the fuck is this one? No. When you're sit back and kind of just chill quite a bit, it is quite difficult. Where the fuck? To kind of make sure that everyone else is okay and that they're all right. So I had to send a message. I remember it because my wife had gone to bed. I was laid in bed. I waited until she got to sleep before I actually wrote it on our family WhatsApp group. And that sounds sad. I know it does. Don't you fucking dare. Do you not fucking dare. I'm fucking watching you. Not in the mood for that today. Don't fucking move. So I sent a message, like I say, explaining that, you know, whatever happened, we were there together, and I was doing all I could to try and remain calm when everyone was getting a bit more panicky, and therefore instilling a bit more of my own calm self onto everybody else. So therefore, interesting. Ooh, okay. That's just fucking weird. So I had to send that. And that's something that I was de-stressing about every night, right? You have a drink and you go outside, and the weather's lovely. You know, it's warm enough that you can just sit and contemplate for a couple of hours. That fucking hell, I've done this chapter already. Ooh. Oh, that hurt. Who the fuck? You know, it wasn't chapter 3, but who the fuck was that? Oh, it's one of them. So, yeah, so it's kind of thing of I was just having a cigar, and by luck has it, and I'll get to it, I was evacuated with a pack and one of these cigars. So that might be something that I might get into. Just I say get into, it's not get into, it's just to have a chill, to be fair, and just think. So what eventually happened was, got something to say to him? No? Okay. Drink. So, Trump drops his bombs, does whatever he's doing. And then we've got to we got to prepare a grab bag. So a grab bag is a small grab with the bare essentials in it that if you need to grab and go, you grab and go. So that was prepared. We have to sort visas to go through other countries, try and get them sorted out reasonably early, just in case anything came about. And there's a backlog of shit. So that was all done. We eventually had to leave the 3 22 kilo bags there and literally came back with a cabin bag of shit. So we've still got stuff in Qatar. Certainly it'll be for Mac. He got his coffee back. I got 2 bags of coffee back for Mac. I had to leave mine there. I had to leave my kilo bag of coffee beans there because it was too fucking heavy. So it was a very odd process, and then getting back was in its own right slightly stressful. Let's see, exit this side. So we left. It took us 4 days to get back. So that's how long it's taken us to get back. So I'm recording this video, which will be released on Friday. This is on Wednesday night. So we got back on Monday afternoon, bearing in mind that we'd been traveling since Friday morning. So Friday morning, 7 o'clock, we get up, we leave the compound, and this is the fun bit. So get in a bus, we drive 12 hours in that bus to Saudi. I think I'm okay saying this now. Yeah, because we're gone. Everyone else is back. We're fine. So we jump on this bus. It takes us 12 hours to get to I'll just say destinations. Apart from Saudi, that's all I'm going to tell you. So we go to destination 1. So we get to destination 1, all been good. And we're there for a day. So we're in Saudi for a day. Then that's psychedelic. Then on the Sunday morning, the plan is we get on a bus, we go to the airport, and we fly to destination 2 at 8 a.m. Now, what happened after that, because Trump was still dropping bombs and Iran was still dropping bombs, well, that's chapter 3. So I'm going to stop there anyway in terms of the game, but I'm going to carry on my story. So you've got, presumably you just keep going lower, I'm guessing. I think. Just let that run in the background. Yeah, it's nice and peaceful. You can hear that, right? Because that's not even really picking anything else up. I mean, there's not much noise on it, to be honest. There's a little bit of a trickle, but apart from that, there's not really any sound to it anywhere. Even if you're not picking anything up, you're just listening to me talk for this episode, to be fair. So get the bus, go to the airport. Iran have sent a couple of drones up, which get intercepted, which then delays the flight by a few hours. Delaying that flight by a few hours then puts the pilots over their flight time. So flight to destination 2, which should have been a quick stopover, ended up being a 2.5 hour stopover in that destination, while you had to get off the plane, back through immigration, pay for a visa to leave the airport, to come back in, to then go back through the check-in, back through immigration, back through security, back out to pretty much exactly where you got off the fucking plane in the first place, onto another plane, which then flew out to destination 3. Because we were that late, in theory, we should have been at destination 3 by late afternoon. What actually happened was we got to destination 3 by 1 a.m. on Monday morning, which then meant it was a 3-hour quick sleep before you got up at 4 o'clock for the next flight, which then left destination 3 and got us back into the UK. So it was a 9 o'clock flight from destination 3 back in the UK. So it meant taking 3 hours sleep. So we're teetering on really close to the fucking edge at this point. Everyone's getting a bit close to the nerves. So we did eventually get back. And the taxi back from Manchester, which is the airport we flew from, was 2.5 hours. So we got the taxi back, which is great. It's all gone and dusted. But we got back kind of late-ish Monday afternoon. So it was 4 days of traveling. And I will say, hat off to ExxonMobil, not ExxonMobil, that my brother-in-law works for, and hat off to Brett, to be honest, because Brett being the head of global security, I don't think we could have done without him. Like I said, the British consulate wasn't the greatest. We had 3 emails from them. The first one said, thanks for registering. The second one said, we've got teams working to get you British nationals out of the country. And then the third one said, check your travel advisor to get yourself out. Great fucking help there, boys. Great help. So thankfully, in the best place for it, the best person to get us out of it, did a great job, as did the entirety of the team. 350 people evacuated. But it was something that I probably wouldn't do again. And I do appreciate the messages that you guys sent, hoping that I was okay. So I got some personal ones outside of, excuse me, YouTube as well. But I do appreciate the love and concern that you guys have shown. So I do appreciate that. And I'm sorry, this has been a rambling episode. I want to try and sit there and talk, because I haven't had the chance for a couple of weeks to talk to you, and I want to let you know exactly what's going on and how we've gone about it. So that's me wanting to do it. So we'll get back to some normal recording kind of next week. So we pick it back up again. We've got, I'm just looking to my right, we've still got the DLC for Resident Evil 7 to finish off. Still got TR49 to do. Like I say, Silent Hill F, we've got that to go as well. So and Final Fantasy 7. Shit, there's a lot going on. And now this. So I'll get stuff done, right? So I even get pools finished off. We've just started Cairn, and we've just started Silent Hill F. I've done one episode of that. I want to get Resident Evil 7 finished. So I might jump on to 7 to finish that. Because to get the Chris story done, then I've got a Zoe story to finish. Do Cairn and Alien. May have bitten off more than I can chew. I may have put my hand up to that. Probably shouldn't have bought all these other games either. I'll be fine. I'll get it sorted. So we'll come back to normal recordings next week. But I want to kind of get this out just to kind of explain what's going on, say that I am okay, and I do appreciate all the love that you guys have shown. So, the fucking hell's all these bangers going? It's going to be me fucking PTS. Anyhow. Hit that like button and do drop a comment down below and let me know what you thought of it. It is a psychological slow burn of this one. It is just more of a walking around in the dark, hearing bits and seeing what else is going on. There are a couple of creepy bits in this, but it's more of just like a nice, slow psychological horror, really. You know, casual. It's an odd one. But it is nice just to play some of this and be able to talk to you guys and just go over it. And I might do something more next time I come on. I'll try and chat a bit more. Maybe a bit more about me. Who knows? We'll see. But if there are any topics you do want me to talk about, please do let me know down in the comments as well. Anything you do want me to have a chat about, I'll happily have a chat about with you. Could even do it on a live, to be fair, and have a chat that way. Could be an option. Drop a comment down below if you don't want to make it live, and I can maybe do a live episode. We can have a bit of a chat between ourselves, because it is quite a relaxed one, which is quite nice. However, do hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. Videos go every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 GMT time. Now that I'm back in the UK and back to track. But for now, this has been Pools. I thank you for joining tonight, folks, and for that little bit of catch up. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.